begins, I need to make a disclaimer out there. I am not much of a theorist, okay? This theory that I'm about to craft probably sucks, but I'm gonna do the best I can anyways to provide you cool cats with a theory, because this has been something that I've been kind of sitting on over the last few days. I've had a few of you guys bring this to my attention, and you guys have shown me something pretty damn crazy, if I do say so myself, man. So, I mean, hot damn, it's like, where do I begin with something like this, okay? So, with that being said, with all the preliminaries out of the way, it is now time to get to the actual video. And before I do that, actually, I need to drink my C4 pre-workout, because you can say this video is brought to you by C4, baby. Woo! Here we go. I need that energy, man, especially to get my brain functioning for this theory craft and shit, because, hell, like I said, I'm not much of a theorist, man. Woo! Let's get into it, man! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, it's your boy MegaCrasher, coming at you pumped up, coming at you hardcore, and coming at you guys with a kind of video that I did not expect myself to be making. So here goes nothing, man. So let's open things up by showcasing you guys what I was sent on Twitter, okay? Now, the Ursa King, big shout out to you, my friend. What you sent to me right here is definitely intriguing. We see ourselves, we have a Z crystal with the glowing number 1 on it. And then we take a look at this. We have ourselves another Z crystal with the glowing number 2 on it. And this actually comes from the scan shown right here. A Corocoro scan for fucking Necrozma? Like, what? Like, yeah, it's like, dude, this question, like, I could ask the same question. Like, why are they only now making a big deal of Necrozma, you know? Like, the game has only been out for like 5 or 6 months, and it's like, only now they start making a big deal about Necrozma? Well, it's like, bruh, it's like, come on, man. It is a Pokemon that, in my opinion, has not fully achieved the true form that it could be capable of having, okay? Picture this, okay? Picture this. Do you guys remember last generation? You had Xerneas, you had Yveltal, and then you had Zygarde. You know, the X, Y, and Z trio. And the thing is that with Pokemon that are the 3rd member of the trio, generally speaking, there is more mystery behind them than one could believe, okay? Like, Zygarde, like, I thought to myself that Zygarde was incomplete. Zygarde was a Pokemon that was gonna have a new form, so much more mystery behind it, all that stuff. And turns out it actually ended up getting a new form that surpasses the power of Xerneas and Yveltal, okay? Like, it is just so powerful. So I'm kind of thinking the same sort of thing right here, that Necrozma is going to achieve some sort of form that's going to be even more powerful than Lunala and Solgaleo. And the thing of it is, like, just, okay, like, this is just so fucking crazy. Like, if we go ahead and we scroll down here, there is actually one comment right here that really stood out. Okay, so check this out. If you turn your head, you can see its torso is actually a dragon skull. And the top bit looks like it could be the /spine of said dragon. I bet it will have a new form where I can't even talk, I'm so pumped. Where he deconstructs and becomes a badass Prisma dragon. Now, that could actually be the case, because if we go ahead and we take a look at this right here, this is something that my friend Jason sent to me over Facebook. And Jason was the first person to actually bring this to my attention. I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? He sent this to me, I'm like, dude, this actually makes a lot of sense, man. Holy shit. Like, look at this. It's like, you got regular Necrozma, and then you take the head portion and the body portion and all that stuff, and you deconstruct it. Holy shit, it looks like a dragon's head. Look at and that makes sense too. Like, holy shit, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And you got the tiny little claws, you got the big claws up in this. So I mean, I'm just kind of thinking to myself that, like, that right there could be the first piece of this puzzle, you know? And then if we go ahead and we take a look at the next article here, the foreshadowing on Exeggutor Island. Okay, now this second last paragraph actually ended up jumping out at me the most and was really intriguing, and it kind of makes me think, could Necrozma's new form actually be that of a partial dragon typing. Now, we know that Necrozma, alongside Solgaleo and Lunala, all share the same psychic typing, okay? But you have Solgaleo being a steel type, and you have Lunala being the ghost type. It kind of wouldn't be too far of a stretch to say that Necrozma could have a secondary typing when it achieves a new sort of form, right? So check this out. So it's nothing new to be thinking that Necrozma will get a dragon-type alternate form. It's certainly the most popular idea of what it will get, if anything. But if that doesn't happen, I think Game Freak has placed some even sneakier foreshadowing than we thought. After all, Exeggutor Island, the location of one of the 2 legendary flutes. Now, see, that's the thing, like, legendary flutes. Why, of all places, was Exeggutor Island the place to choose to have a fucking flute on there? Like, that's just crazy. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, see, I wasn't even really thinking about that shit until, like, you know, just recently. Like, when I first played the game and, you know, I obtained the flute and all this, I'm like, okay, cool, we got ourselves the flute. Now it's time to awaken the legendary Pokemon. But, see, this right here, this is what jumped out at me, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me, man. Like, this actually kind of makes sense. Like, just check this out, okay? It is the location of one of the 2 legendary flutes for what is openly acknowledged to be an ambiguous reason at best. It's shaped like and named after a form of a psychic-type Pokemon that has become a dragon-type, or we prefer a dragon-type Alolan Exeggutor that evolves from a psychic-type Exeggcute and is considered its true form by Alolans. So, if we're making the connection here, like, if everything is, like, correlating all together, you know? If everything is correlating and connecting, we're connecting the dots here, like, Connect 4, man. You know, I'm thinking to myself that, you know, Exeggcute is, you know, psychic type, okay? And then we compare it to Necrozma, also being a psychic type, and then when it becomes Alolan Exeggutor, which is revered to as the true form by Alolans. And when Necrozma achieves its true form, it could also share a dragon typing too. Now just think about that for a second, okay? Just think about that for a second. Like, that could literally be true. That could literally be the case. But the thing of it is, this is just a theory, okay? I can't say that it's all been confirmed, but my god, like, if this is actually the case, if this is actually true, then my god, that right there is some scary as fuck foreshadowing. Holy shit. Woo! But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we take a look actually at this paragraph right here. Let me just go ahead and highlight that shit real quick. So the 3rd legendary Pokemon in Solgaleo and Lunala's trio is most likely Necrozma. Well, it is Necrozma. A 3rd Psychic-type legendary with prime-numbered stats. A renamed pre-existing ability that is now immune to Mold Breaker and such. An unclear but suggested connection with the Ultra Beast. Lures both Morning Sun and Moonlight. You get the idea. The thing is that, like, okay, like, I've actually had you guys say to me on Twitter that, okay, this right here, the crystals next to Necrozma feature numbers, possibly for the Ultra Beast, since they're numbered as well, like UB1 and UB2. So the thing is like, there's so much mystery behind Necrozma. Is it connected with Solgaleo or Lunala, or is it connected with the Ultra Beast? Because when we first had the datamine, Necrozma was revealed with the Ultra Beast, okay? And even in the game, Looker mistaken Necrozma as an Ultra Beast, but it didn't code through a wormhole. So I'm just thinking, like, dude, what the fuck? And the thing of it is that, like all of the other Ultra Beasts, Necrozma has odd-numbered stats, okay? Just slow down for a sec. This is fucking crazy. So the thing is that, like, you know, we have ourselves, you know, not 1, but 2 Z crystals, both with number 1 and number 2 on it. You know, we have the possibility that could be connected somehow with Ultra Beast because of the numbering. We have ourselves the possibility that Necrozma could be connected to Solgaleo and Lunala, and, you know, the origins of Exeggutor Island, you know, becoming like a partial dragon type and all that stuff when it gets its true form and whatnot. And the thing is that it learns both Morning Sun and Moonlight, which ties in with Solgaleo and Lunala. Because Solgaleo being the sun Pokemon, being the light, okay? And then Lunala being, you know, the moon Pokemon with Moonlight, you know, being the darkness. And the thing is also is that, like, this is just so crazy. Like, if we go ahead and we take a look at the last line of dialogue, We already know this much, as many fans have observed that Necrozma, viewed from the side, resembles only the head of a disembodied dragon, seemingly decapitated. And if we go ahead and we take a look right here, okay? We go ahead and we take a look right here. If you guys pay close attention to Necrozma, you would see that probably the most notable feature of Necrozma would be, what the hell is that big thing on the back of its head? Like, it looks like it's like a gigantic flashlight of sorts. It's a gigantic flashlight with a freaking star shape to it. And the thing is, it's so big, it's literally a prism, okay? It's literally a prism-shaped Pokemon. And the thing is that, you know, as the drawing depicts right here, we see light going into Necrozma, and then it shoots out a bunch of rainbowish kind of colors. Because the thing, it's got crystals on its face. It's got crystals on its face, okay? It's got crystals on its face! And the thing of it is that now Z crystals exist too. So I'm thinking, man, oh man, like, Necrozma. Could Necrozma be the reason why Z crystals exist also? Holy fuck, man. Like, I am just so fucking overcome and overwhelmed with all this crazy shit right now. This is crazy. Like, there is so much craziness going on. And, I mean, like, you take a look, like, hang on a sec. You take a look real close at what we got going on. You take a look, Necrozma has different colored crystal pieces resembling, I guess, like eyes and teeth or whatever in his face. And I'm just thinking, like, you combine that with the fact that, you know, like, it could have some sort of connection with the Ultra Beast, or it was speculated to have connections with the Ultra Beast in more ways than one, and the fact that it also is part of the Psychic Legendary Trio being Solgaleo and Lunala, and there's also connections with those two Pokemon because they learn similar moves to those guys, that being Morning Sun and Moonlight, and I'm just like, jeez, like, I am completely blown back, and completely, like, I am awestruck, because there's so much theory crafting going on, man, like, holy shit. The thing is that, is it connected with the Ultra Beast? Is it connected with Solgaleo and Lunala? Or does it have some sort of connection with, you know, with the fact that it could be like a dragon typing in its true form? Like, there is so many possibilities. Or could Necrozma have connections with all three of the fact? Because we also see right here, we have the Ultra Beast up in this. And why, why would the Ultra Beast be shown with Necrozma if there's quote-unquote no relation to them? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I kind of needed to have a little bit of a breather there, because there's just so much to take in, because the thing is that, you know, it's as I have speculated and have said all along, you know, generally speaking, when it comes to the third member of any big-time legendary trio, there's gonna be lots of mystery behind that, like, even more so than expected. And just by theory crafting this shit, just by theory crafting and diving into speculation, man, like, I can honestly say that none of these outcomes would surprise me whatsoever. That if Necrozma was secretly related to the Ultra Beast, which a small part of me thinks that it is, because the thing is that, number one, when the datamine first happened, Necrozma was revealed with the Ultra Beast, okay? There was some sort of connection to those guys. And it even kind of looks like an Ultra Beast. It doesn't have the, you know, the kind of similar kind of look that Necrozma, or sorry, that Lunala and Solgaleo have. Like, it looks beastly. It looks like it's a thing of mystery, you know? But the thing is that, like, you know, it's been stated that it did come through a wormhole, and that it doesn't have any relations to Ultra Beast. But, you know, like I said, I'm willing to bet that it does, because number one, its stats are very similar to those of the Ultra Beast, because they're all odd numbered, okay? And it just has the look of an Ultra Beast as well. But the thing is that what connects Necrozma with Solgaleo and Lunala is not only does it share the same primary initial typing, being Psychic, right? But it also has, you know, Morning Sun and Moonlight. And Morning Sun is representative of Solgaleo, and Moonlight is representative of Lunala. So there might be some sort of connection there too, you know? And also, it's like Necrozma might secretly have some sort of connection with Exeggutor Island, because if we remember back to earlier in the video when I said that Alolan Exeggutor is said to be the true form, according to the Alolan people, right? We take Exeggcute being a Psychic-type Pokemon, you take Necrozma being a Psychic-type Pokemon, and then when it evolves, when Exeggcute evolves, it evolves into a Dragon-type, right? And then you take Necrozma, and should Necrozma evolve or, you know, have some sort of alternate form, you know, it could suddenly possess the Dragon typing as well. Because, you know, it's as that article stated, like, why of all places would Exeggutor Island have the other legendary flute, you know? Like, that just seems like a very kind of, like, it seems like a very, like, purposeful kind of place that you would find an item like that, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, the other item would be found in either the Lake of the Sun or Lake of the Moon, depending on which version you're playing. Holy fuck, man. Like, I am just so awestruck. I'm so blown back, man. And, of course, you know, like, I'm just thinking, it's like, is Necrozma going to have its own game, like, its own sequel to Pokemon Sun and Moon? I'm willing to bet yes it is, okay? Because the thing is, okay? The thing is that Necrozma is a Pokemon that's filled with mystery, okay? I've pretty much said the same thing since, like, Generation 4, okay? You know, Generation 4, we had Palkia and Dialga representing Pearl and Diamond, right? And then we had Platinum come out, which was a representation of Giratina, because when Giratina was first encountered in Diamond and Pearl, we didn't really know much about it. It just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. But the thing is that it shared a lot of similarities to Palkia and Dialga with the Dragon typing and with the same sort of stats, you know, like, and the same numbers too, just put in different stats, like, you know, HP, attack, all that stuff. And then when Platinum came along, Giratina not only got its own story, there was a more in-depth story behind it, but it actually got a new alternate form. And then, okay, and then we fast forward to Generation 5, okay? We fast forward to Generation 5, okay? You have Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem, okay? Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem all are Dragon types. They are all in the trio in which, apparently Kyurem is the head of, okay? Because Kyurem is actually the husk, the shell, if you will, of the original Dragon Pokemon, which said was to house both Reshiram and Zekrom. And then when they split off, you know, they became their own beings, and what was left of the Dragon became Kyurem, you know what I'm saying? And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, like, Kyurem has to have some sort of elaborate story. It has to have some sort of elaborate plan, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's still so much mystery about it, right? And then came Black 2 and White 2, and turns out there was so much revealed about Kyurem that it actually ended up gaining not one, but 2 new forms, depending on which dragon you fused it with, being Reshiram or Zekrom, right? And then we get to 6th generation, okay? We get to 6th generation with Xerneas, with Yveltal, with Zygarde. And even though Zygarde didn't have its own sequel kind of game, the thing of it is, it still gained a new form because of Pokemon Sun and Moon, because of its involvement in Pokemon Sun and Moon, becoming its complete form. And its complete form supersedes the power, naturally, of Xerneas and Yveltal. It has a base stat total of 716, whereas the other two have a base stat total of 680. So, I'm thinking, is that, like, could the same sort of thing happen with Necrozma here? Could it be happening here in this case? I am willing to bet 110% yes, okay? Like, I know that Necrozma will have more mystery revealed to it, and it will likely have a new form. Now, the question is it going to have a new form relating to Ultra Beast? Is it going to have a new form relating to, you know, being a dragon? Because, you know, as broken down earlier, it kind of resembles a disembodied dragon, okay? Or is it going to have some sort of alternate form in relation to Solgaleo and Lunala because of the similarities that it shares in terms of the typing and, you know, the 2 moves that it has, being Morning Sun and Moonlight? Those are the kind of mysteries that we need to figure out, man! Holy shit! But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to conclude this video. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't exactly plan this out whatsoever. I just kind of went all over the place, went all willy wonky on you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of wacky entertainment that involved both my character, MegaCrasher, going insane on you guys with theory crafting, speculation crafting, and trying to put 2 and 2 together, because I suck at math. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys all very much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure you smash the hell out of the like button. I don't know what kind of like goal we should put for this video. How about 25 likes, okay? 25 to 30 likes because, woo, this video was a big one. It was a big one. So if you want more content like this, then make sure you subscribe, support, and stay positive. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to turn on notifications so that way you're the first to know when you see me upload next. And if you guys do subscribe, which I highly recommend you do, just know that you're subscribing to a community filled with action. Oh man, I was gonna say filled with passion, and I was thinking action. Anyways, filled with passion, filled with fire, filled with energy, filled with intensity, filled with pretty much everything you can think of under the sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying? Haha. See what I did there? Anyways, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. Much love to you, cool cats, and I will see you next upload.